Hey, it's Connor Steele, and Chris is here too, but we're gonna just show you some stuff that we did real quick in the game. The main thing is that we got attacks now that cost AP, if you see here. I'm gonna restart here, and you can trigger the battle with multiple enemies, and then they'll still attack you like always before, but now I'm just gonna pick off this top enemy. We actually have it, so you see he's got a death animation a little bit there, but the pathing there broke. But enemies will get removed from the array. Their turn will get skipped if they die in their current round, and then at the end of each round, the enemies get cleaned up from the array. So normally that guy would go first, but he goes, and then yeah. So battle actually works a lot better now, and we can actually kill things because we have attacks in the game. I'll just go walk through the implementation of this super quick here. We have an attacks class right here. So all it is that we have a spherical component that gets made. Sorry, I'm trying to... Right here, the sphere component, and then the root component of the actor gets set to be the attack hitbox. We add a dynamic event for it that just subtracts health from enemies right now. I don't think this rigid body thing needs to be on, but it is right now. And then on the Epic side, on the Unreal side, you want to go, and we made a blueprint class based on the attack. And right here is the attack we got set right now. Oops. So right now it's just going to give you this as the inherited object. Sprite books will be inherited pretty soon here too as we implement them on the C++ side. Won't take very long. We have the sphere here, and then the animation, and if you click on the uppermost right here, BP Dark World, you can see the attacks right here. This is the category for where those things are defined. As you can see, we have the U properties here, edit anywhere for both of them, attack damage and AP cost, and this lets us just set the cost of the damage and the AP cost in the blueprint. Makes it really easy, because on the player end of things, what's happening is that we have the cursor click function, which got updated, and so did the header for it. So we have this new property as well, edit anywhere subclass of attacks called magic attack, and we have this cursor click blueprint callable. This doesn't need to be blueprint callable really, but if you make it blueprint callable in the blueprint versions of the class, you could call that as an event. None of that's set up, but it's pretty nice that it's there. Over on this side, we get the location like we already had, and we set the spawn parameters of the thing we're instancing. We get the rotator, and right now we're just going to make it the same rotation that the protagonist has. And the attack spawn location is going to be the cursor location. And we're also going to increase the Z height so it's off the ground, so it doesn't clip with the ground at all. And then you want to get a reference to world, and then you can spawn an actor in it. You get the reference to the T subclass of, and give the address of the location and the address of the rotation, and then just give it the spawn parameters. We decrement the turn AP that we get from the blueprint. So the magic attack is set by the player in their blueprint here. 1 second, let me open it up. So just like the other one with the blueprint editable variables, they'll be at the top here. You can see that we got magic. I'm going to stop the game. We have it right here set to BP Dark Whirl. So you can either pick attacks, which is the C++ class, or you can pick the subclasses of it, since we did T subclass of. And this is how we're going to be handling all the attacks. So it's going to be really easy to implement attacks, and the game will just be able to work with it without, since nothing's hard-coded and everything is just dynamic. So you can just change it there, and we'll add a bunch more of these attacks for the skills that the player has access to. The other thing with Chris's implementation is Where was the main place that all that happened, Chris?
Where? What?
Where was like the main place that stuff that you changed was?
The battle array?
Yeah.
HSP game.
Right here.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we have an array. Or now we walk through the array at when you go through the next fighter to check if any of the fighters are dead, and if they are, you remove it at that location. This only happens when
the it loops back to the beginning of the array.
Yeah. Do you just want to explain it?
Yeah, so when it loops back to the beginning of the array, it walks through and checks every character that's dead, has the is dead flag, Boolean flagged. And then, so it'll remove it. And down there, before, the whole loop, so, yeah, if you're in the middle of the loop and there's something in front of you that's dead, it'll, skip their turn. Increment the index and call the next fighter again.
Yeah, and all that got set up to make it so before people would get trapped in battle, and now we'll, as efficiently as we can right now, there might be a better way to do it, but so far it seems pretty efficient, that you just skip their turns on the round that they're in if they're already dead, and then at the end of each round you just walk through and clean them up. And all you do in the cleanup is remove them from the array, so you don't need to skip over them each time. And also, we do have another thing tied to tick, which on the uppermost class of base 2D character, all it does is it checks if your health is less than 0, and if it is, you call the die method. And the die method right here, all it does right now is it sets the sprite flipbook to the death animation. There might be a better way to do this than with the tick event. Maybe we'll do it at the end of the round or something, but it looks a lot more responsive if it happens immediately. So that's the only reason it's getting called right there right now. But one thing that we're going to try to do, we're not going to do it right now, but is when slimes or any enemy dies, we're going to try to remove this UI that's above them. We're going to leave the bodies of the enemies on the screen, so we're actually not going to destroy the actors. So that way you can walk up and you can loot the characters. So that's all for today's update video. Thanks for watching.